Hello everyone and welcome back. I am as always Inquisitor Aura and this is how to roleplay in World of Warcraft, and today we are going to be taking a look at the warrior class. Please note that these are just the generally accepted guidelines to socially acceptable and lore-friendly roleplay in World of Warcraft. There is a niche for every type and style of roleplay out there, and what I am telling you here are the generally accepted guidelines that will not get you ridiculed, laughed at, picked on, ignored, or shunned. Soldier, brawler, fighter, arms master, tactician, gladiator. The warrior is a staple in every society and the backbone of any race and faction's militia. While there are plenty of others out there who can kill an enemy in short order, none of them know their way around the sheer number of weapons and armors that a warrior does. You are the master of brute force, masters of a martial skill others require magic to even compete against. Warriors are a lot of fun to roleplay, but one of the first things that we need to discuss about warrior roleplay is just because you're a warrior doesn't mean you're stupid. Now that is a pretty common association, that warrior equals stupid, because a lot of people equate magic with intelligence, and warriors are the one class that is distinctly non-magical. While magic is not in your kit, you are far from unintelligent. Your particular brand of intelligence doesn't come in the form of formula and the physics of magic. Instead, you have traded magic for intelligence in the art of war. You are well versed in the flow of battle, the give and take of single combat, and the tactical prowess of large-scale fighting. You have a deep understanding of terrain, heavy armor and weaponry, and how to use everything in your immediate vicinity against your opponent. Your ability to plan for battle is unparalleled. And make no mistake about it, you are without a doubt all about getting into somebody's face as quickly as possible. While you can use every weapon imaginable in a fight, from staves to daggers to bows and guns, yours is a class of brute strength. You wade into the battle wearing the heaviest armor and wielding some of the biggest melee weapons you can get your hands on, a juggernaut of steel. Once again, here is a place many people often misjudge you. While you are wearing undoubtedly the heaviest equipment you could buy or make, you are very fast on your feet, as long as you can move in a straight line. You have mastered the art of energy conservation. You know how and when to move in armor to maintain as much strength and vigor as necessary to continue the fight. You have trained your body and your mind to withstand the toll of long, extended battles in the hardest equipment to carry around. You are also well trained in the art of taking a hit. And yes, this is an art, as not everyone can come back from some of the blows that you've taken. Knowing when you can block a hit with your shield, with your axe, or with your face is very important. All of this goes hand in hand with one very important fact, that you, as the warrior, are very likely the strongest people on Azeroth. While there are other martial classes, a lot of them rely on outside sources of power. For instance, paladins in the light, and death knights with death magic and runes. You, however, rely entirely on your own strength of arms and physical stamina. While paladins and death knights are as stout of heart and soul as you are, no one can match your sheer physical strength. All this being said, there are a lot of things to consider when role-playing a warrior. One of the first things you should think of is what makes you tick. Do you have a deep-seated need to protect others? Maybe you have an insatiable compulsion to smash people's heads in. Maybe it's all about the adrenaline rush, the feel of surging into battle. Or maybe you're looking for revenge. Or maybe this is just what you're good at and you don't think you have any other options besides being a fighter. All of these things are going to have vastly different effects on how you interact with others. A warrior's path is vastly different than the paths of the people he may choose to surround himself with. So all this goes down to, how do you view other martial classes, such as the Paladin or the Death Knight? Are they on equal footing as you? Are they somehow lesser than you because they use magic? What about magic users and healers? Are they comrades in arms? Or do they just constantly need to be protected? And what about your personality? It's easy to fall into the big dumb brute mindset, and that's all well and good if that's what you want to do. But warriors are as varied as the races they come from, and it is not a stretch to see the loud, boisterous brawlers sitting alongside the staunch, quiet defenders. Now that we've discussed all of that, let's take a look at some notable warriors, and there are a lot of notable warriors in the long history of Azeroth. So I've decided to narrow the list down a little bit to keep this video slightly under the half-an-hour mark. And the first one should go without saying. He is the one that you think of when you think of warriors, and that is King Varian Wrynn, the dual-spec arms fury warrior. The next is Muradin Bronzebeard, brother to King Magni Bronzebeard and Bran Bronzebeard, who kicks much more arse than either of them. And then there is Anduin Lothar, the Lion of Stormwind. Of course, orcs have their fair share of warriors too. One of the most important lore warriors in Warcraft history was Broxigar the Red, who sacrificed his life at the Well of Eternity to push Sargeras back into the Twisting Nether. There is also the infamous Orgrim Doomhammer, for which the city of Orgrimmar was named. Both Grom and Garrosh Hellscream, regardless of how you feel about them, and High Overlord Sarfang, who should have been made the war chief. Warriors come in all colors, shapes, and sizes, and they wade into battle wearing the toughest armor and wielding a virtual arsenal of weaponry. Whether they fight to protect their friends and homes or simply enjoy the rush of battle, a warrior is never to be underestimated, as they have mastered the art of war in all of its incarnations, crashing through an enemy's lines and cleaving through its ranks with overwhelming strength, guided by a highly tactical mind. Well, that is going to be it from me for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, if you like what you see and you want to see more, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. I also have a Patreon. The link is in the description box below, as well as up in my channel header art. So if you want to help me improve my video quality, make sure you stop on by and donate. Remember, your donations go directly to things to improve the quality of my videos and may lead to more videos per week. Anyways, guys, thank you again so much for watching. Have a great week, have a great weekend, and I will see you again in Azeroth.